Hey guys, welcome back to the movie summary. Beginning of the movie, we see the club. There is a girl named Emma playing the violin. Detectives are sitting nearby. In it, a detective makes a bet with John that you should attract Emma. If Emma smiles at John, then John has won this bet. John dances comedy in front of Emma. But Emma doesn't see him. Then John takes off his clothes. She doesn't see him though. Actually, Emma is a blind girl. Emma started wearing makeup when she was 8 years old. Seeing that, her mother hits Emma's head in front of glass. Hence her eyes are lost. It has been 20 years since she lost her sight. Emma has a dog named Ralphie. She lives in the apartment with that dog. While she is at home, she gets a call from Dr. Ryan. He says a donor has been found to give you eyes. You should be ready for the operation immediately. Then she will be very happy. Then she goes to the hospital. Dr. Ryan completes her documentation and takes her into the operation theater. The doctor transplants only one eye to Emma. The doctor then removes the bandage from her eye. Now she can see the doctor. Emma gets very emotional about her vision. She regained her sight, but her eye could not tolerate much light. Today Emma sees her sister Candace. But the doctor tells her that you saw Candace yesterday. Emma thinks the surgery may be causing such illusions. Later, Emma's other eye will be operated on. But she has to wait some time to see with that eye. She comes to her house. Emma's neighbor Valerie comes down the stairs. That night she drinks a lot and goes to bed. Emma wakes up due to midnight noises. When she opens the door, she sees a man. His face is not visible. So Emma thinks he might be the owner of the apartment. The man says go inside and sleep with her. Emma goes in and goes to bed as he says. When Emma wakes up in the morning, her apartment doors are open. Only then a person stands at home. Emma screams at him. That person disappears from sight. Then she goes to her neighbor Valerie's house with fear. But she won't open the door. Then she goes to the house owner. He also won't open the door. Later she goes to the police station and gives a report about Valerie. John will be there. He remembers seeing Emma. He is ashamed of what he did at the club. Emma talks about Valerie. But John ignores her words. Flashbacks appears due to her recent surgery. Annoyed that John doesn't believe her, she leaves. Then she goes to Ryan for a checkup. She tells him no one will believe my words. Then the doctor consoles her saying that you should not think like that. Now we see Detective John at Valerie's house. Valerie's corpse lies in the bathtub without clothes. Valerie was actually raped. The person who raped her put a cross on Valerie. John goes to her neighbor's house to find out about Valerie. Then Emma opens the door. John is shocked to see her. Because Emma was the first to tell John about Valerie at the police station. John asks what happened to her. She tells that the person she saw last night was not the house owner. John asks her to come to the station for further information. There they show her some photos and ask if the murderer is like them. But Emma is unable to identify the photos correctly. That night Emma will be performing in the club. There the man she saw in her house reappears. Immediately Emma tells her friend to call the police. The police send everyone out of the club and tell Emma to identify the man. But Emma doesn't see that person. Later she is brought to the police station and shown to some other people. That person will not be there either. Emma gets very confused. Even now, the police believe that she has not seen properly. John finds out that Emma lost her eyes because of her mother. This affected her mental health. He thinks Emma is acting like she saw the killer to get attention on her. This is what he tells her. Emma says I don't strip in front of everyone for attention. Then John gets shocked. John asks her, did you see me undressing in the club that day? Emma says I didn't see. My colleague said this. Later they both go for coffee. There John talks about the killer. Valerie's killer just wants the girl's body. That's why he killed Valerie before she could rape her. After killing, he raped. Emma then goes to the doctor for her checkup. After completing the checkup, she comes near the parking lot. Then Ralphie sees a man. Immediately it runs towards him. The dog comes to a place and stops. There she sees a cross. A dog barks at someone. Emma looks over and sees a man. The man leaves after seeing Emma. Then the dog follows him. Just then a car comes and hits the dog. Hence Ralphie gets injured. The police will come there. Emma takes John to where the cross was found. But there will be no cross. Now again John thinks Emma is doing this for attention. Then John Head tells him it's all Emma's imagination. But John has faith in Emma. So he goes to Emma's house. He shows her some types of crosses and says identify what kind of cross you saw. Emma identifies a cross among them. In the next scene, Emma and the doctor go on a date. John follows them. Because he likes Emma. He can't bear to see the doctor and Emma kiss. After coming home, John asks Emma about a relationship. Emma then tells him that I have more feelings for you than Ryan. Later they both close and spend private time together. In the next scene, the killer rapes and kills another girl. Now the pressure has increased for John. He gets busy in work. So John can't spend time with Emma. Emma calls him several times but he doesn't pick up. So she gets very angry and goes to the police station. There she tells John that you don't love me. You are using me physically. To that John says I am busy at work. John wants to catch the killer before he gets close to Emma. Emma ignores him and angrily leaves from there. In the next scene, John is in the hospital. Emma file has wrong address. She lives in apartment number 2. It shows 3 in the file. Apartment number 3 is Valerie's house. These details were filled by Dr. Ryan mistakenly. That means the killer came to kill Emma that day. He mistakenly kills Valerie instead of Emma. John checks the details of the rest of the patients. The lady who was murdered earlier had a kidney transplant done 2 months ago. Donor name is Leslie Davidson. There have been 3 murders so far. Doctor transplanted Leslie organs for 2 girls. Maybe the killer loved Leslie. After Leslie's death, the killer goes to the girls who have Leslie's organs. She also donated her eyes to Emma. Leslie's mother filed a case against Dr. Ryan because he transplanted Leslie's organs without taking their permission. He tells Emma to go to Leslie's mother and convince her to withdraw the case. On the other hand, John stays at Leslie's house. Leslie's bag has the same cross. Leslie is a nurse. John goes to the hospital where she works. Then a detective approaches John and tells him about a man named Neil. The nurses there know about Neil because he also works with them. Emma goes to Leslie's house. But Leslie's home address is wrong. Actually, Neil sent fake papers related to fraud case to the doctor. He asks Emma that your eyes are not like Leslie's eyes. Emma says that the doctor just transplanted Leslie's cornea to me. He then asks Emma to wear the cross because his plan is to rape and kill Emma thinking she is Leslie. But she attacks him and runs away. Emma does not see clearly. Actually, Neil likes Leslie very much. Neil learns that Leslie has donated her organs. He used to kill and rape those girls who has Leslie organs. Emma shoots Neil. Just then John also comes there with the police. In the next scene we will see Emma and John. They both happily kiss. This is how this movie ends. 99% people watch my videos without subscribing. I am working hard to make these videos. My humble request to subscribe my channel to grow.